Okay, so my last arrest has me questioning my strategy a little bit on camera placement, camera usage, the best use of cameras. I had these three ready to go. The X4 was on and it was extended, so that was going. I keep them all just right here, just so it doesn't look like I'm reaching all over. Put this on, and I didn't turn this on until right before the arrest because I wanted to just save on battery. But this, now, I'm questioning my use of this for camera stand, because what happened with this arrest was once I got detained, I was tight in between cars with this cop, and he wouldn't let me get past him, so I ended up having to just set it off to the side when I wanted to put it behind me a pretty good distance where we could capture both of our cars. But instead what happened was I had to set it down just kind of right next to me. You know, and it was a good angle after I got arrested when I was sitting in the car, and then the cop comes by and then puts it, you know, kind of nicely, and these sticks were actually on top. I mean, you could see that. He takes it and just turns it around because he knows this was not a 360 camera. And so my 360 camera was not high enough to see over the sticks, and that was a little frustrating. And this tape, man, this needs a little extra tape to get it more secure. It's a little loose. I wouldn't trust driving with it. But I had these two on top of the car, and then later, okay, I'll just demonstrate. And then later he set the necklace cam right there. So I had three cameras running on top of the car, and this camera, I think he intentionally pointed away from his car. You know, it was completely opposite the direction of his car. He knew he couldn't just fold this 360 camera over. I think he recognized that. But you know what's kind of stupid, it seems, is he left this just kind of facing his camera or his car. So I don't know, but either way, I feel bad about having this camera on the stand, and I never even bothered to turn on the third 360 camera. I left it up here, didn't even turn it on. It just sat there silent, wasteful, because this thing is kind of on it's on its way out, and so I think I can abuse it more. I mean, even the covering is loose, so I want to abuse it in its last legs of life. And I'm thinking, you know, by the way this cop acted, and the way a lot of other cops have acted with my cameras, I had this 360 camera on when I had the problem in Menominee, Wisconsin, with a parking ticket. It captures everything. I mean, it's not as clear. This is an older camera, but with situations like I had, when the cop looks at this camera and sees that he can just simply turn it around, he can't just simply turn around this 360 camera. Okay, and I'm thinking maybe I should be switching these out. Maybe the 360 should be on the stand and ready and available to be pulled out. You know, it takes more editing time, but I mean, when I get arrested and charged, I got a lot of time waiting for court. So playing around with 360 footage is really something to do while I wait. And then I could take this camera and put it on the 360 and just have it sit in the door like like the 360 does. And I often like to keep the window open at different levels, but keep that camera here. And I mean, this 360 really can't see anything anyway. It could be just mostly a listening device. So I think the lesson I'm taking from this is I want to switch out these cameras' functions. I don't like this 360. It takes like 6 or 7 seconds longer to turn on, and it may even fail. It's more likely to fail. This camera fails too, but this is more likely to fail. So I'm interested in switching things around. The most reliable has been this Max on top of the car. They can't just flip it over, turn it around. It's recording all over. They took advantage of the sticks being in the way, though. And I don't think the audio quality was as good on the Max as it was on this necklace cam. And then my other problem is just getting camera footage behind me. Sure, I could take a 360 cam and maybe have a taller 360 cam for on top of the car. The Max is more for an immediate, as I'm sitting in the car putting on top of the roof solution. But if I get out of the car and have some time, then yes, I could put the taller 360 on top and then have a better view all around, which is more desirable. That's about a foot difference, which makes pretty good difference. So I'm thinking that there's some things I want to change around here, and that's the cops training me once again. It's all a training lesson.